Good evening. My name is Beth Hyder, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Racine Zoo, and joining me is McKenna Moats.
Hi, like Beth said, my name is McKenna Moats, and I am the Social Media and Marketing Manager here at the zoo.
We are incredibly grateful for you joining us this evening because we have a very special show for you this evening. We had a baby Hartmann's mountain zebra born at 8:38 on April 25th. So what do we have to do when we have a baby here? Well, we've got to come up with a name. Our little baby is running around. You just saw some zoomies hanging out, but it needs a name.
Yes.
Everyone is wondering, what are you going to name it? What's going to happen? So just like we had in 2020, where we had another baby Hartmann's mountain zebra, we are going to do a naming contest. I'm actually wearing the shirt that we had for that particular one in 2020, but we've got a great little animal. He is amazing. He has brought so much joy already to our guests and our staff and has been hanging out that luckily these afternoons have been really, really great temperature-wise. So he's been hanging out and doing his zoomies, and people are loving it.
Oh, yeah. And he's just the cutest little thing. I mean, he just has such a baby face, and he's doing really, really well. I mean, he's getting along with mom, getting along with dad. They just went out all three together. So those introductions are still moving along and doing well. But he's spending time bonding with mom and doing great. And they're all getting around. He loves being outside, as you guys can all see. He just loves running. That's all he does. It's just zoomies, and then he goes and lays down and sleeps. And then he gets back up, bothers mom a little bit, and then runs back out around again.
Zoomies, yeah.
So, but he's doing awesome. And like Beth said, it's bringing all of us together. I mean, it's bringing the community together. It's bringing the zoo together. It's just a great thing. And I mean, it's super special for any animal to be born, but especially Hartmann's mountain zebra. It's awesome for populations and for the zoo and everything conservation related.
Exactly. So tonight you're going to be seeing some different segments and clips from our animal care staff that are taking care of our baby zebra. Our curator of animal care and conservation is going to be talking. You're going to be seeing McKenna here in a couple of clips as well. And we're going to be talking through the night on how you can support the zoo by naming our baby zebra, because it needs a name. Everybody needs a name. So we opened the bidding for this past Sunday on June 1st to kind of kick off the month. And by 7 o'clock tonight, we will have a name. We will have a winner of who gets to name the baby zebra. So we're very excited. So you need to go online. You need to be bidding. You need to get yourself registered. There's a lot of people out there that showed a lot of interest. We had tons of people that said, you should name it this. That's great, but you got to go in and bid, because the highest bidder is going to be able to name our baby zebra with us. We'll be working together on that. And our wonderful people, Stacy Jeffers from That's Sweet, has donated this wonderful jar of zebra striped pretzels and other pretzels specifically for the winner of this contest. She just did it on her own.
Yeah.
That's Right, Sweetie is the name of her company.
They look delicious.
They look delicious.
They look great.
We might have to taste them later, McKenna.
I think so.
Towards
we'll
the
do
end
like
of the
a
show.
little celebratory.
We'll do a celebration. Yeah.
Celebratory chocolate-covered pretzel. So it'll be good.
I love it. I love it. So again, first of all, we want to thank you for tuning in. Second of all, even if you don't end up winning, we still are asking for donations, because as you know, we're a small nonprofit AZA accredited zoo here in the city of Racine, just north of downtown. We are a draw and a gem for the city as well as the county of Racine. We draw from probably 2 to 2.5 hours away from here in a drive every day. And so we are incredibly fortunate for all the people that love to support the zoo, that come on out here, and you are those people. We are a community zoo, and every nickel counts according to my bookkeeper. And so any donation for this particular project and for the Racine Zoo is greatly appreciated. But we also want to make sure that we get our baby named. So that is what we're doing here tonight in particular. And we're very, very excited to have you join us and all the festivities. And we're really, really excited to have you listen to the clips and see the animal care staff, because they're really they're the ones that are taking care of this wonderful baby. They're the ones that figured out the mom was pregnant, which is great. And unfortunately, we couldn't tell anybody until the baby was born, even though we knew late last fall. But we are happy that, again, April 25th was the date of this baby. So just in case maybe that's your birthday, why not name the baby after yourself for that? That could be a good celebratory, birthday present for yourself.
Yeah. Then you have even more reason to visit the zoo.
Even more reason to visit the zoo.
Because you can be like, oh, well, I named that baby, and we also share a birthday. It'd be perfect. It's awesome. So
absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to keep going. We're going to be talking about our Hartmann's Mountain Zebra. They are very special. Our particular ones were told to us by the SSP, which stands for Species Survival Plan, to be able to breed Promise and Obi so that we would have another baby. And we follow those. That's part of the AZA guidelines, and it worked out really, really great for us. And this is our second Hartmann's Mountain Zebra here. So that's even in itself is really super cool.
Yeah, super amazing. And with the clips rolling, you'll be able to get an even bigger deep dive. Liz, the primary caretaker up there, does a great job at explaining everything, all the inner workings of the zebra. And she's so passionate about the zebras, and you can just tell. So it's going to be a really cool live stream. I mean, whether you're donating, whether you're bidding, anything, at least you're going to be learning something, which is also just something that we're so passionate about, is education and
absolutely
helping everybody understand the beauty of nature and why we do what we do. So I think it's really exciting. I'm excited for this. I mean, it's my first one. It's my first baby at a zoo.
Like, she's going to do great.
So
You're going to see her in a clip too here shortly, and then we're going to be coming back and forth between us and the segments that we taped earlier with all of our animal care people. I think you're going to find out some really cool information about Hartmann's Mountain Zebra, and especially here at the Racine Zoo. So we thank you very much for everything that you're doing for us. And I think one of our segments is coming up.
Yeah, I think
all
so.
Right.
Just right now.
Just right now. But before we do that, get online, go to GiveSmart, go to the link that's listed, and then get your bid in. Right now, it's a little over $1,000, which might seem a lot, but really that's a cup of coffee a day for all of you coffee drinkers. It's really, consider instead of doing coffee every day or twice a day, only once a day, and then you take that money and you put it right into naming our baby zebra.
Or even get a group together.
Or get a group together,
cut the cost downs, everything. That would be, I mean, hey, smash everybody's name together and make one big name. Either way,
super cool.
It'd be. There's a lot of options. You guys can figure it out. You'll be good.
Yeah, they're all
be awesome.
Lots and lots of options. And we're so excited that you're joining us tonight. And again, we're here for our Hartmann's Mountain Zebra, our baby that was born on April 25th. He needs a name. He needs a name. And that's going to be up to you folks to figure out what that name is going to be. With the help of the zoo, we'll make sure it's going to be a great name for you. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we ready for a clip, do we think?
I think we are ready.
I think we're ready for a clip. All right.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. My name is McKenna Motes, and I am the social media and marketing manager here at the Racine Zoo. But I also help out in animal care here and there. So it's been a super exciting experience to be able to see the baby zebra, go behind the scenes, interact with baby mom Promise and dad Obi, and then also be able to get to share him with all of you guys and see everybody's like outpouring love and just how excited everybody is. And that is just amazing because everybody here at the zoo is just as excited. I mean, department wide, it is just amazing. It's really brought our zoo together, and we are just so excited. And I mean, it's great for the zoo. Everybody wants to come and see the baby, and then you get to see all of our other animals out here as well. The birth is also great for zebra populations, not to mention Liz and Dan, who you'll see later in this live stream, will kind of get into all of that and explain about the inner workings of the zoo and tracking Promise's pregnancy and how we knew that she was pregnant and how the baby came to be and everything, all the fun stuff there. But I just want to take a second and thank all of you guys for being on this live stream, for watching, for supporting our zoo, whether it is you're donating, whether you're bidding on the name, following our social media. I mean, even you guys watching here, it's amazing. You guys are supporting all of us here at the zoo. Like I said, whether you're watching our live stream, whether you're engaging with our Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or even LinkedIn posts, or buying one of our new zebra t-shirts, all of that helps the zoo continue our mission of celebrating and saving wildlife and wild places, which is just exactly what we want everybody to do. I mean, we want you guys to feel the love from us, and we want to feel the love from you. And we really think that this baby zebra has done that, and it's really brought our community together. And we've just seen so many people at the zoo. The baby is loving seeing all the people. So I just want to say thank you guys so much, and we can't wait to get this baby named and finally put a name to a face, if you will. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate your support, and I can't wait to find out what we're going to name him.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm the zebra and giraffe keeper here at the Racine Zoo. I've been here a little over 2 years, and I'm very excited to share the story of our new zebra foal with everyone. So here at the Racine Zoo, we have Hartmann's mountain zebra. They normally are found in mountains in Angola and Namibia. They range anywhere in weight from about 500 pounds to 800 pounds, so they do get pretty big. They normally in the wild can live to be anywhere from about 15 to 20 years old. In human care, they can live to around 25. Behind me, we have Obi, our male. He really likes to make his presence known, so he'll be back a couple of times during these videos. Before the foal was born, we had 2 Hartmann's mountain zebra. We had Obi and Promise, our female. They did have a breeding recommendation from the Species Survival Plan in order to be able to create a genetically diverse population in human care. And obviously we had a very successful breeding plan with them, and we are excited to share the story of our foal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love Liz.
I know.
She is just amazing.
Yeah, like I said, she's super passionate, super smart, she knows a lot about these, and she's with them almost every single day and just pouring love and care and everything into them, and it shows. I mean, the baby is a testament to the amazing care that is provided by the zoo and all of our amazing animal caretakers. So
Absolutely. And you can just see the passion and hear the passion in Liz's voice when she's talking about these amazing animals. She's the primary keeper up there for our zebras, so she really knows everything about them. While that was going on, we were looking at and monitoring the bids coming in. So we're now right at $1,050, which is really great for being, this far into our live stream
definitely
here.
yeah,
Right?
that's awesome.
Yeah, so make sure you go online, check it out. If you can't afford that, do a donation, $10, $5, $50. That's great too, but get your bids in for naming the animal, because this is going to be super awesome. We'll put a plaque up there that says who named it. We'll put the name of the animal up there for anybody that is listening and seeing it. So that's going to be super great. Just do that, but get your bids in. But again, it's our Hartmann's Mountain Zebra that was born on April 25th at 8:38 p.m. So again, if your birthday was on April 25th, might be a great thing. As McKenna said earlier, gather a bunch of friends. Mishmash your names together and create another name that that you guys can be proud of and that you guys would want this animal to be named in perpetuity. And then what's really, really nice is everybody in the AZA world, which is Association for Zoos and Aquariums. So that's what we're part of. That's how we are accredited. And then that goes into what we call ZIMS, and it's animal logs that we deal with every day. Anything that happens with the animals gets put in there. So anyone in the country that's an accredited zoo or aquarium would be able to see this name and see what's happening here at the Racine Zoo. So that's really super cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I mean, just down the line, if he gets put into a breeding pair, which is what Promise and Obi are, then you can say, oh, my zebra that I named has this many offspring at wherever he gets sent. So it's really cool to think about their lifetime and everything that they will do in it with a name that you choose. So just put your bids in and just think there's a lot that could happen in this zebra's
right.
life if you name it. So
you just never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got to go make their own herd, make more of their own kind. So
Exactly.
it's a really super opportunity for you to do that. So
Yeah.
again, thank you for joining the Racine Zoo tonight. We're doing a live stream on doing our Hartmann's Mountain Zebra baby naming contest and auction is what I should say.
Yeah.
And we're looking at the bids. So after this next section, we'll kind of be able to update you a little bit on where we are with the bids. And the next person that you're going to talk to or see is Dan Powell, who is our curator of animal care and conservation. And he's going to give you a really a lot of information for you in regards to that too.
Yep.
Right?
He's going to run down kind of what happened when we found out that she was pregnant and how active animal care staff was in her care for her pregnancy to make sure everything went as smoothly as possible and she was as comfortable as possible and that, you know, really everything went amazing, and it did. So it's just, again, an excellent testament to how amazing our animal care staff is and how knowledgeable they are. So yeah, Dan will give you a lot of information and kind of give you the rundown of everything that, for lack of better words, but yeah, so it'd be good.
Exactly. All right, are we ready to see Dan?
I think we are.
I think we are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Powell, and I'm the curator of animal care and conservation here at Racine Zoo. And thank you for considering helping us to name the newest Hartmann zebra foal, born just a few weeks ago. As you're going through the process of learning all of the things about Hartmann's mountain zebras, you might ask yourself how the animal care staff were able to suspect that Promise was about to give birth. And actually, that story goes back almost a full year before the due date. One of our primary keepers, who works very closely with the zebras, noted last spring that Promise started acting a little bit different and that she may have been missing some of her estrus cycles. That prompted our medical staff to start doing what we call fecal hormone samples. And we were able to track her progesterone levels over time and be able to confirm a likely pregnancy. At that point, we set up for an ultrasound procedure to be done as well. And that did, in fact, confirm that Promise was about 6 months pregnant at that time. We were able to set the most likely due dates based on that and going back on introduction times with OB. And approximately a month before the due date, animal care staff started monitoring Promise very, very closely over wireless infrared cameras that we have up in the stalls. And we did that to be able to track her normal behaviors before she gives birth and be able to see how she uses her time. And that prompted us to be able to detect what we call parturition or birth very closely to when it was actually happening. And in fact, we actually had medical staff en route to Racine Zoo that night as she was giving birth.
Oh, again, every time, even though I know the information, I just love listening to the staff talk about the information.
Yes.
And Dan is an awesome curator, and you know, Liz is a great keeper. We're going to see Liz again later on.
Yep.
But right now, we're going to talk about all of our wonderful apparel
Yes,
that we have
the
going. As I said,
exclusive
I'm
apparel.
rocking the shirt from 2020, but there's nothing that's going to compare to the one that we are about to showcase and talk about, because who designed that? You did.
I designed that.
You
yes.
did.
And that's actually a picture of Promise and the baby the day that they made their outdoor debut. So that is a picture of them in the run turned into a sketch and put onto a shirt to remember and memorialize, and I don't know if that's the correct word, but to recognize, yes,
to recognize.
there we go. That,
recognize, yeah.
But yeah, so that is actually Promise and the baby, and I don't know, I love that picture of them. They're just both so cute, and
yeah, I love it, and we've got different options. So you can get a T-shirt.
Yep.
You can get a sweatshirt.
Yep.
You know, I tend to like the long sleeve T-shirts because on just a cool day like today, it was a little chilly in the morning, and it worked out good because I don't, you know, necessarily always like a T-shirt, but it's like a T-shirt. It's comfy, it's soft, but it's got the long sleeves I can pull up.
Yeah.
And then you've got the sweatshirts, and then you've just got a regular long sleeve without the hoodie that I like. And it looks great on every one of the color options too.
I know, yeah. And there's so many colors to choose from, so many apparel options. So, I mean, you can get a shirt and a sweatshirt. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to, because I like my shirts, I like my sweatshirts, and I get multiples.
And
But
what I really like about anytime we do an apparel is that anybody in the country
Yeah.
can order. Actually, anyone in the world can order it. They just pay to ship
Exactly.
and get it to you. So we've got wonderful friends out in California, where a long time ago I lived, and in Miami, and those people will all do something too. So anyone can get any of these particular items and do it. It will get shipped right to you. It's a great way to support the zoo. We work with American Outfitters. They help set up the website for us. They help us pick out the colors and pick out the types of material that you're going to use.
Yeah.
And it turned out really great. And that's, McKenna, that's really a great design. I remember when you were taking pictures that day, and you came back going, oh my God, look at all these pictures. And then when you created it and turned it into what's going to be the design, I was like, oh my God, haven't I seen this before? And you said, yes, it was the picture. I'm like, oh my God.
It's super cute.
It's super cute.
I just really like it. I mean, I wanted something that was them for sure, so that everybody just knows that it is Promise and her baby. And so I thought it was super cool and super fun to make, and I just love both of them. So I think it's awesome.
It turns out great. So that's a great way to support the zoo. You can get something for a kid. You can get something for yourself. You know, there's birthdays coming up. Everyone's got a birthday, anniversary, you name it. You might as well just go ahead and get a few extra things ordered. And then Chris, who is our operations manager that runs the gift shop as well as 8,000 other things here, she's going to be making sure that we get some of those items in different sizes in the gift shop. So you order by the 15th of June, and then they will be shipped that first week of July, just so you know that timeline, because we'll take all the orders first, and then we'll go ahead and they'll print everything, and then everything gets sent out. So that's going to be the best way to do it. But get your clothes now. You know, it's a great apparel, a great way to help the zoo.
Proceeds, portion of them go back to the zoo.
Come right back to us.
Back to, like I said, conservation of the zebras and supporting our mission. So
we reinvest right back into ourselves. And we are, again, we're a community zoo. Not small but mighty nonprofit little zoo here that's accredited in southeastern Wisconsin. And now we're gonna, I think we hear from Liz again, right?
Liz does a deeper dive into all things zebra and all things baby. So I think that's gonna be a good learning video for everybody.
Here comes Liz.
We first began to suspect that Promise might be pregnant in June of last year. We had seen breeding behavior between her and Obi in April and began recording her behavior changes up until that point. Zebra's gestation length is about 12 months, so we had plenty of time to prepare and really make sure that we knew when about she would be due. We began collecting fecal samples and sending them out for hormone testing, and getting those results back did confirm that she was pregnant. We did also do an ultrasound around that time to confirm around how far along she was so we could better prepare ourselves. At this point, we started monitoring any changes that she had, just watching her behavior every day, how she interacted with Obi, and any weight changes. We began weighing her every month, and she actually gained 135 pounds during her gestation length. We increased her diet to keep up with her body's changes and just make sure that she was fully ready to have this foal. She also is voluntary hoof trim trained, which we are very excited about here. She comes over very willingly to get her hoofs trimmed, and we kept her feet in tip-top shape and all that extra weight that she was carrying, just to make sure that she would be ready to go when the time came. Within the last month of her pregnancy, we began placing straw beds in the stalls, moving mats around, and just making things very comfortable so she had multiple places that she could give birth, and doing hourly checks every night to verify what kind of changes we were seeing and just to prepare ourselves for when she actually gave birth. Around 8:20 on April 25th, I got a call saying that she was going into labor. So I started getting ready to come here, and by the time that I was dressed, she already had given birth, and I live about a half hour away. By the time I drove here, the foal was already up and standing and moving around everywhere. We monitored that entire night, but within about 2 hours, the foal had already begun nursing. So everything went very well, very smoothly. And that next day we did a neonate exam, had our vet come in, took a look at the foal, pull some blood, and just make sure that everything was healthy. And we're very happy to report that we had a very happy, healthy baby boy. So the day he was born, we kind of knew that we had an adventurous little foal on our hands. Most of the time, I feel like animals kind of take a little bit to come out of their shell around us and really show us their personality. I don't know that he had a shell. He was ready for the world right away when he was born. Most of the time, foals kind of stay a little closer to mom, and he was just venturing kind of far away from mom even while they were inside bonding. She would be eating, and he would just kind of be exploring all the stalls and seeing where he could go on his own. And then his first day outside, we let him out, and we expected him to stay right next to mom the entire time. And Promise was eating and just kind of grazing grass and doing what she does, and all of a sudden he was running everywhere, just exploring his space, having the zoomies and having a good time. So we definitely have an adventurous little foal on our hands who is just very brave and very excited to get to learn what the world is and very curious. I'm just very excited to be able to share everything with all of the guests that we have coming to the zoo, and I hope more and more people get to come and experience his personality for themselves.
Oh my gosh. Again, love Liz. She does an amazing job. That was very, very informative.
Yes. Yeah. I told you guys. So you learned something.
I know we always learn something. You know,
Yeah.
I have been in this business for longer than you've been alive, and I still learn something every day. And that's what I love about nature. I really do, because
Yeah.
you just don't know, and you gotta soak it all in.
Yeah.
And it works just great. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy that we have this baby.
I know,
And
yeah.
we are, we're counting down on the minutes, people. We are under 5 minutes for you to get your bids in order to name this wonderful baby zebra. Hartmann's Mountain Zebra, born at 8:38 on April 25th. I have
Yep.
to think about that.
Yep.
And make sure I'm doing it right. But it's going to be a great opportunity for you to do that. And Stacy Jeffers from That's Right Sweetie has donated this wonderful container all full of pretzels that she did in zebra stripes for us. This also goes to the winner. So not only you get to name the baby, you get this wonderful container full of chocolate covered pretzels. I mean, who
know.
doesn't want
Yeah.
that as just a special treat?
Yeah.
Right? We're going
That's
to taste these. We'll taste these when we announce the winner.
Exactly,
How's that?
yeah.
Almost
A
like we're doing a little
celebratory-
cigar.
Yeah.
For that. But get your bids in again. This is the Racine Zoo. We are a small but mighty zoo here in southeastern Wisconsin. We love the people that support our zoo, and we have such community support. And everybody, people have just been coming out to see the baby zebra, just going, oh, congratulations. Thanks very much for having a baby. Well, neither McKenna or I had anything to do with that, other than that we approved the SSP recommendation. But other than that, it's just been great. It's been wonderful. He's out in the afternoons. He kicked off on Mother's Day, and everyone on Mother's Day
Yeah.
brunch got to see him. So, it's just wonderful to have a baby around us. Everybody knows that. So it's super cool.
Yep.
This is one of our, just a great testament to the animal care staff that we have here that takes care of these wonderful animals. And we could not be more proud of the fact that we have this baby here.
No, like I said, I'm super excited. I'm super happy.
Yep.
And if you guys can't bid, even like Beth said earlier, every nickel counts. Literally every single penny, every single nickel,
Yep.
everything. So be open to the idea of donating. Like
Donate,
if
buy
you can,
apparel.
yeah, anything.
do
There's
whatever.
multiple ways to help
Yep.
support the zoo and support the zebras and all of our other animals and all of our conservation efforts, even if you can't bid, which is understandable.
Which is
But
understandable
we
for everybody,
appreciate
but
you guys.
we appreciate it. And
Yeah.
the bids are going, so get online and do your bidding.
Yep.
But we're going to be coming back here in just a little bit to announce the winner. But in the meantime, we're going to see some really cute zebra pictures.
Yeah, a cute little compilation of our baby that you are naming. So
Absolutely.
awesome.
Oh my gosh. Every time I see those pictures, I'm like, that could not be the sweetest little
my God.
zebra
I
out
know.
there.
He's
right?
just so cute.
He's so gosh darn cute.
I love him. He's so cute. And he was so good this morning too, because I was in animal care up with him, and he's just looking
I'm
and
just looking, hanging out.
ready to be out for the day and do his thing. So, but
Okay.
it's exciting.
So bids are closed,
Yep, bids
right?
are closed.
That's why she has her computer here, so she's
Yep.
going to tell us. So are we ready to announce?
All right. Can I have a drum roll, please?
Yes, you may.
All right. And the winner of the Hartmann's Mountain Zebra baby naming auction is Tim Mason.
Oh, yay!
Thank you so much, Tim.
Awesome.
for
We'll be contacting
everything. Yep.
Tim tonight and tomorrow morning and make sure that we work together on making sure we get a really great name. And I think we
Exactly.
need to cheers
Yes, I
with
think
our
so,
That's
too.
Right, Sweetie
I can get it
pretzels, chocolate-covered pretzels. Oh my gosh, these look so good.
I know.
Okay, and then you win. The winner
Ready?
wins this too. So we'll do a little toast here. All right.
Cheers.
Thank you, Stacy
really
Jeffers, for donating that for us. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the Racine Zoo. We are incredibly grateful for everything that you do. We're incredibly grateful for you watching this wonderful live feed. Congratulations to Tim Mason
Yes.
for winning the naming contest. I can't wait to see what the name is going to
I
be.
know.
I'm very
I'm
excited.
so excited.
We'll be posting that on Facebook as soon as we get the name agreed upon.
Yeah.
And we'll get that out there. We'll get the sign made and all of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yes, exactly.
right.
And I just want to say thank you guys so much again for joining in and supporting the zoo. And if you follow us on all social media, we're out there all over. And so you get to see more of the baby and all of our other animals and all of our great events and everything that we do for the zoo. So
Awesome.
exciting.
Thanks very much, everybody. We'll see
Thank
you
you
at the
guys so
Racine Zoo.
much.